Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TTV News with some last events in our province, and now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, facing the complicated development of the pandemic when there are many cases of infection in the community, and from 0 hours on July the 15th of 2021, TayNinhTV applied pandemic prevention measures according to Directive No. 15 of the Prime Minister throughout TayNinhTV province, and particularly the whole Duong Minh Chau district, the whole Trang Bang town, and 5 administrative units of Bến Cầu district have implemented the social distancing according to the Directive No. 16 of the Prime Minister until the further notice. And reports of our correspondents in the three localities.
In Trang Bang town at exactly midnight on July 15, when the decision of the Provincial People's Committee on implementing social distancing under Directive No. 16 took effect across the town.
Trang Bang town has decided to establish 6 checkpoints and conduct blocking, control the people passing between localities, and carry out checks on drivers and immigrants from provinces and Ho Chi Minh City return to Trang Bang town. The functional forces participated at the checkpoints to control the people passing through the town during the implementation of Directive No. 16 for 15 days.
According to regulations, outsiders, drivers, assistants, and car companions, when entering and leaving the town, must have a negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours and make an honest medical declaration. Workers working in industrial zones in the area must have a chauffeur bus. Then they will implement the 3 on-the-spot option: produce on the spot, eat on the spot, and rest on the spot. As for other cases, the vehicles must turn around. People in the town are asked to stay at home, limit going out as much as possible, except for really necessary reasons.
Meanwhile, in the past few days, Duong Minh Chau district continuously recorded cases in the community. Worryingly, the infection on health complicated epidemiological conditions and involve many important and crowded places such as markets, private clinics, officials of agencies, and in families also. And therefore, the application of pandemic prevention control according to Directive No. 16 throughout the district is necessary, helping Duong Minh Chau district to localize, trace, and control the source of infection in the community. In order to effectively implement Directive No. 16, the District Steering Committee for Disease Prevention and Control of Duong Minh Chau District has made detailed plans and assigned tasks and responsibilities to each facility and fully prepared the conditions for the implementation of the Directive No. 16 for human resources handling situation in the community. At the same time, the district also strengthened the propaganda to the people about the provision of Directive No. 16 so that the people do not panic and accompany the district during the implementation of Directive No. 16 throughout the district. Currently, Duong Minh Chau has coordinated with other departments in the province to supply enough food, goods, and accessories to serve the people during this time. The district will also strengthen inspection and supervision of the people's implementation of Directive No. 16. In case there are any violations, we will thoroughly handle, ensuring effective epidemic prevention. And also in the face of a complicated situation of COVID-19 pandemic in the provinces, right at the time of officially entering the time of social relaxation, according to Directive No. 16 of the Prime Minister, Thanh commune of Bến Cầu district, 1 out of 5 communes and town in Bến Cầu, has a plan to closely coordinate with other forces in order to ensure the essential resources and conditions when applying according to Directive No. 16 of the Prime Minister, minimizing the impact of people's lives, activities, and economic production activities in the locality. The steering committee of Thanh commune actively informs and propagates the people to grasp the spirit of the 16 Prime Minister directives through commune radio stations, hamlet radio clusters, and mobile speakers to propagate the household and direct the village chief, self-manage residential groups, and capture the people's thoughts to avoid the people panicking and affecting the anti-pandemic work in the commune. In addition, popularizing the people, the locality has strengthened propaganda in production and business establishments about Directive No. 16 of the Prime Minister to ensure the health of workers. In the process of implementation, the locality plans to strengthen inspection and guide the people to do well, and if there is any case of intentional failure of comply, self-action will be taken. And in order to continue strengthening the solutions to carry out COVID-19 prevention and control and ensuring supply of essential food and foodstuff products in the province, People's Committee of Thanh Province has directed departments, agencies, and Thanh city, towns, and districts to cooperate with each other to supply goods, regulate prices, and monitor the market to ensure the quality of goods and sufficient supply of essential goods to timely meet the needs of the people.
The province will continue to deploy the market stabilization program and promote activities to connect supply and demand, ensuring the supply to stabilize the market. The Department of Trade and Industry must organize the supply of food to residents following the supply plan of the province, add more same price outlets, conduct pre-order sales, and mobilize available means of transport to distribute essential goods timely and constantly. They must regularly coordinate with key distribution systems, namely Co-op TayNin, Vinmart, and Bách Hóa Xanh, to organize the reception and distribution of goods to local people via pre-order sales and same price sales. They must also strictly manage and grasp the situation of COVID-19 prevention and control at traditional markets in the area, promptly report to the competent authorities in case of emergency situations related to the prevention and control of the pandemic at markets. The Department of Transport will coordinate with other departments to guide and grant circulation permits to means of transport performing the task of transporting and distributing price stabilized and essential goods to points of sale to provide to citizens.
And ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic continued to have complicated developments spread into many provinces and cities across the country, affecting the production activities of a number of enterprises, industrial parks, and export processing zones. Export and import turnover in the first 6 months of 2021 still maintained a high growth rate compared to the same period last year. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the export turnover of goods in the June of 2021 was estimated at about $26.5 billion, up to 1.2% over the previous month. In general, in the first 6 months of 2021, the export turnover of goods was estimated at about $157.63 billion, up to 28.4% over the same period last year. Along with the exports, the import activity has a strong increase in the first 6 months of 2021. Thanks to the expansion of manufacturing sector, it boosted the demand for imported input materials. And generally, in the first 6 months of 2021, import turnover of goods was estimated at about $159 billion, up to 36% over the same period last year. The Ministry of Industry and Trade forecasts that import and export activities will continue to prosper in the coming time when the free trade agreements are gradually being implemented in a more comprehensive and effective manner. The export prices are also tending to increase, especially Vietnam's strong commodities, which will be an important reinforce to increase export value. And ladies and gentlemen, during the complicated situation of the pandemic, Ho Chi Minh City social distancing, and from 0 hour on July the 15th of 2021, Thanh applies epidemic prevention measures according to Directive No. 15 of the Prime Minister throughout Thanh province, and we come to report about a smooth circulation of goods during the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, Thanh province has implemented solutions to both ensure the pandemic prevention and control, both to facilitate the transport of workers and export from Thanh to Ho Chi Minh City, or to transit through Ho Chi Minh City to other provinces and cities, especially in the circulation of goods, not to break the supply chains of goods to serve the daily life needs of the people in the area. Currently, Thanh has set up 10 checkpoints to strictly manage vehicles entering and leaving the province. The Thanh Department of Transport affirmed that all means of transport of goods are allowed to circulate, but must ensure the pandemic prevention and controls. The transport sector has implemented instructions on how to transport goods when they have a full certificate of pandemic prevention and control, according to regulations, to be prioritized green channel for circulation in the shortest time, ensuring the safety, pandemic prevention, and traffic safety for drivers and vehicles. For means of transport of goods to and from Ho Chi Minh City, for means of transport essential items, necessities, foods, exports according to the local time frame, according to the traffic organization of Ho Chi Minh City. We will handle timely and shortly according to regulations and according to the local time frame, and we will solve the problems and to pass through the checkpoints according to the traffic organization of Ho Chi Minh City, and create priority green channel for transport vehicles in the identification papers to pass through the epidemic prevention and control checkpoints in the fastest time. So how is priority identification done for which means of transport? For transit vehicles and transport of goods, essential goods and accessories for the people, and to create a priority green channel to ensure the smooth circulation to prevent congestion, the city will ensure priority identification cards to pass through the checkpoints. In the past few days, at 10 traffic checkpoints in the province, the means of transporting goods circulated smoothly. The transport sector has made efforts to implement solutions under the direction of the People's Committee of the Ninh Province, removing difficulties in goods circulation when the COVID-19 pandemic is complicated in many localities, and develop an appropriate transportation organization plan to ensure effective pandemic prevention. And that's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining us and see you more next time.